So I had this idea. I wanted to show you how I take a picture, but not just how I take the picture, but what happens before I take a picture, what happens during, and how I edit it after and even post it. But today is a very beautiful day. You don't get those very often because of pollution. But I get out of work late and the sun is dying. So right now I'm in a taxi. We're going to the bridge. There's a nice shot I've been meaning to get for a long time, and it's very limited because it only happens in spring. So yeah, let's get to it. So we arrived at the spot. It's a little loud, so I'm sorry for the sound. And today we're gonna be shooting with my phone, and I'm using this cheap clip-on lens you can find anywhere on Google. Just search for it. But anyways, if you guys don't know, I'm trying to give up gear for a whole year and pretty much just shoot with my phone. But here we are. But anyways, very beautiful. So let's get to shooting. Okay, so we just finished the shoot. It was all right, you know. I would have preferred more clouds in the first picture I took, but you know, what can you do? The light is dying, and actually I think this would be a great place to come and shoot infrared. So once the green grasses start blooming, then we're gonna come over here and shoot an infrared picture. But for now, we're gonna go home, we're gonna edit the pictures, and we're gonna see what we got. So here we are in Lightroom. Out of all the images I took, this is the one I chose, and we're just gonna make a quick edit. First, increase the dynamic range by decreasing the highlights. You can already see a dramatic change there. You can increase the shadows and the whites. I'm a little worried because this picture was a little dark when I took it, but it should be fine. I'm gonna decrease the blacks a little to give a little bit more contrast and increase the vibrance. So I want to go for that anime look from before. So I'm gonna change the sky color. There we go. Now I'm gonna give it a quick kind of color in the shadows, maybe something like this. Pretty much anything that looks good. I mean, it's always different, you know. So I'm liking that. Now I remember the water was a little bit more blue, but here it looks kind of brownish, so I'm just gonna give it some color back. A little bit of green in there. Not too much, just enough. Now that's looking nice. I want the sky to pop a little bit more, so I'm also going to give it just a little bit more blue too. You can't notice it very much, but it's just a little bit more blue to it. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there's some red on the train. You can't see it very well, but I notice it. So I'm gonna go to the reds and I'm gonna increase it just to make it more pronounced. The train is also not sticking out very well because it was late in the day when I shot this in the shadow of the mountain. So I'm gonna get a brush and I'm just gonna increase the saturation, increase the exposure just enough. You don't want to do this everywhere, you just want to do it where it counts. See, the train pops a little bit more. Now, I would like these yellows to pop out more, and people always ask me, how do I get that painted look effect? And it does it by itself, you know. This is just the limitations of the iPhone. That's why it looks like this. The picture starts to break down. But I guess it ends up looking like I painted or something, so that's nice. So I'm gonna brush and I'm gonna give it a little bit more saturation in the yellows. I'll make this a small brush. I'm gonna zoom in and I'm just gonna paint the yellows a little bit more. Maybe less exposure, but more saturation. And a little bit of yellow, just to make them pop a little bit more like I remember them. It doesn't have to be all of them, just the main areas of the photo. So I'm liking that already. And some yellow here. Now it's missing some contrast, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little bit of contrast in there. And one more time, I'm gonna go to the HSL panel and boost the yellows up. Maybe some luminance too. And the sky could be a little bit brighter too. So there we go. And there you go. This is the final product of the picture I took today. I'm glad you guys enjoyed watching me shooting and now watching me editing it. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll get to you later.